Hello indie game lovers, nerds and nerdettes, my name is Feniks and this is Indie Game News. In this series we are going to focus on all the hot news from the world of base building and survival games. These videos are packed with information, so sit back, take your time and stay focused for the next few minutes. Feel free to pause at any time. I cover other genres as well, so feel free to check my channel afterwards. Okay guys, we all know how it works, so let's start with the updates of already released games. Judgment Apocalypse Survival Simulator is again a guest on the show. The game is currently sitting on a very respectable 95% positive recent review score on Steam, and update 12, the Explorers, has been added to the game. In this update a lot has changed. The world outside of your base have become a colorful bloody world with many different biomes. They are all full of demons, destruction and loot. Everything else in the world has changed too, as the developers have completely rebalanced the game. You can now create a task force and send them to explore the world. They may find several biomes, each with its own unique locations and loot. You can now directly control the task force and it's no longer a back and forth trip. You can now scout a large area of the map or scavenge several locations before returning to your base for some rest and healing. Finding biomes has become an important part of the game, as each biome holds different resources necessary for advancement in the game. A part of that will see improvements to visuals, audio and addition of even more content to the game. I have to say that developers at Suncrush ran this early access in an exemplary way. Rimworld is the game that doesn't really need introduction to anyone who is remotely interested in base building genre. Alpha 17 on the road has been released and as always brings many more great changes to the game. World now generates with rivers and roads, and world generation is more chronological now. First continents forms, then the rivers, then the ancient society is shallowly simulated to generate the ancient roads, and then the modern settlements on the roads are generated. We now have addition of the world quest, giving you prompts and motivation to leave your settlement and send a group of colonies to a mission. Those can be very simple trade requests, mission to get rid of enemies, caravan ambushes and many more. In the colony aspect of the game you can finally tend to your own wounds, which is great for lonely scenarios. Developers have also changed how the work requests are working, making changing tasks much easier. We will also see a significant improvements to the way the builds are working. We have addition of new equipment, trades and events, as well as some rebalancing to the game mechanics and many more small changes to the game. Okay, let's move on to recently released games. Many thanks to WaConcept, who suggested checking our next game. Steam Hammer released on the Steam on the 12th of May. Game received initially mixed reviews on the Steam ranking on 58%, but we have seen at least 2 updates in a week since the release addressing many of the initial issues. Steam Hammer is the first sandbox RPG in the steampunk setting, featuring survival elements. The game world teems with the opportunity for crafting tools, equipment and machinery. The game features more than 40 types of weapons and armor, and over 30 types of buildings and fortifications. You will be even able to build your own fleet of customized airships, and fight both for land and air. If you are not happy with the surrounding landscape, you can always modify the terrain using terraforming to its fullest. You can construct mines, tunnels, ditches and mounds. The game also features a multiplayer experience. Oxygen Not Included released on the 18th of May and had taken YouTube by storm. So if you somehow missed this game, there are hundreds of videos for you to check it out. Oxygen Not Included is a 2D space colony simulator game. Deep inside the alien space rock, your industrious crew will need to master science, overcome strange new life forms, and harness incredible space tech to survive, and possibly even thrive. The game features few very interesting mechanics normally neglected by other games, such as temperature control, which is a constant concern in the space. Too cold and you will freeze, too hot and you will fry. Your job will be to keep tabs on the ambient environment temperatures and your colony's heat production to maintain the nice, cozy atmosphere for your colonist. You will also be able to create the interlocking pipe systems to swiftly deliver fuel and liquids to critical areas of the base. If you plan it well, you will be rewarded as your colony transforms into an imperishable well-oiled machine. Finally, you will have to deal with a multitude of power sources including coal, hydrogen, natural gas, or just plain old elbow grease. You will have to manage the power runoffs, circuits overload and meltdowns to keep your colony running smoothly. The game has received 93% positive review score on Steam, out of outstanding 1800 reviews submitted. Architect Empire released on the 26th of May. Architect Empire is the ancient city building real-time strategy game, with the elements from the grand strategy sprinkling for a good measure. The levels are procedurally generated and you will have limited control over your subjects. Your main focus is to build your city, manage resources, keep your people happy, and deal with the events as they happen, all while your rivals try their best to take you out. The game is in early access at the moment, so as always I advise you that you do your own research, However, so far it received 88 positive review score on Steam. From more notable features, game gives you ability to create the open trade routes and trade both domestically and abroad, and an interesting weather system. Okay, time for announcements. Probably the biggest announcement of the month comes from Paradox Studio, the publisher of the famous City Skyline. Their new game, Surviving Mars, is a sci-fi city builder about colonizing Mars and surviving the process. Your job will be to build a sustainable colony in the hostile Mars environment. The game will feature individually simulated colonists. Each colonist is a unique individual with the problems and strengths that influence the needs and the behavior of other colonists. According to the developers, the things can get really interesting if your chief scientist develops alcoholism after one too many nights in the lab. So not only you will have to address their needs, but also deal with changing and evolving personalities of your crew. The game gives you a chance to create and shape your colony in many different directions, from capitalistic dream to social utopia. You will also have the opportunity to explore the surface of the planet, exploring many mysteries hidden away. The biggest selling point for me is randomized research tree, that allows you to combine static and random research for experimentation, which in turn allows you for a different experience for each journey through the game. The game also features extensive mod support. Surviving Mars is scheduled to come out in 2018, and already 15,000 people signed up for a newsletter. Our final announcement of this month comes from the Starship Theory. Starship Theory is the shipbuilding survival game. Imagine FTL had a child with the Rimworld, and you will have pretty good idea what this game is about. Your job will be to build the starship your own way. You will plan its layout, construct upgrades and research new technology. You will be able to break apart and mine asteroids, trade with the neutral ships you encounter, threaten and bribe opponents, and salvage minerals from the wrecked ships. Your crew will have their own skills and stats, and will be able to train as you progress through the game. And you will need them to be well trained, as the game comes with many challenges. You will fight hostile ships, deal with asteroid storm, and unstable stars, and many more. The game is set to come out on the early access at some point this year, after the closed alpha is finished and ensures that there is no major bugs. Stay tuned. Okay guys, this is it in this month of Indie Game News. Thank you for watching Indie Game News. If you know of any other games that should be featured in the next month update, or you release the games yourself, please contact me at writetofeniks@gmail.com or tweet to me at Feniks_gaming. If you enjoyed this video, please subscribe for more indie game news on my channel. Thank you for watching, and I am looking forward to chatting to you in the comment section down below. Nerds and nerdettes, my name is Feniks, and it was a pleasure to have you here. Take care.